Wait for my recording to catch up with itself because it likes to take its time to load up. Oh, are you frozen too? Are you going to freeze on me as well? I think everything's freezing on me.
I pat you, I know that
Excellent
feeling.
start. Excellent start. Oh, there's a green bar. It's doing something. If this is how the recording starts, I'm just leaving it in.
It's in my recording.
Look, I've got one window not responding, and then I've got another window not responding, which is an excellent start in general. Oh, it's I've just got the blue ring of I've just got the blue ring, but you know what? I'm just going to keep going. Okay, never
Alright.
mind. Good morning, good evening, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name is DEWP Hearing. I am playing. Actually, title of today would be Dress to Impress, and I'm going to be playing Three-Headed Morons, Eenie, Miney, and Mo. If you don't know them by now, you may want to listen to some of their previous ones, or you won't know what's going on. It's not mandatory, but it might help a little with context here. But they're going to be causing a particular person, potentially, most likely, some more aggro. And hey, Candle, would you like to introduce this particular person?
Hi, I'm Candle, and today I'm going to be playing my uptight wizard Crystal Everlight, who, yeah, she's not sure why she puts up with these three, but she sure does put up with these three.
You opened your house to them, and they move. Well, they didn't move in. They would argue they haven't moved in. They're using it as a rest stop for sure. But you opened your house to them, and they're here.
Terrible decision, really.
Worst decision you could have made, but hey, it's the decision you did make.
Yup.
Okay, so hey, let me roll a quick stat here. Very nice. You wanna? I don't think her perception's gonna beat that.
God, no. No.
Your perception's gonna beat a 28.
She has a +2 in perception.
Oh, sweetie, no. Okay, you'll probably explain to me her morning routine then. What's she doing this morning?
Um, she's probably following her morning routine, which is, like get up, have a shower, make some tea and breakfast, and then like she will crack open her research while eating breakfast, and then that's pretty much how she starts her day.
Brilliant. So I'm gonna say in your sleep tight state, you just don't notice as you walk through the living room. That's perfectly fine. You go to the kitchen, you make yourself breakfast. It's a decent enough breakfast, and I will say after a little while of eating that, it's kind of weird. You can't hear anything in the apartment.
Oh, that's there's just this nothing seems wrong. Everything seems fine. Why do I have a sense of impending doom?
Everything seems very quiet. Why is it quiet? Why is it quiet? Why is it quiet? And yeah, even if you're listening for something, you don't actually hear anything. Um, oh, uh, you just gonna finish your breakfast? You gonna have a look around?
Ah, okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna roll a d2 for her.
Absolutely, go for it. So I would like you to know my recording has literally just started now.
Oh, good. That's okay. I've got everything.
Thank you, Candle. I love you very much.
Okay, so she is deciding to get up and have a look around.
Cool. Okay. So you go out of your kitchen and you go into your front room, and you don't have the wrong perception because immediately in front of you there's like a big screen, like one of those folded up changing room screens, and that's kind of weird. And you can roll me a perception now if you'd like to see if you can hear this, I should say.
Sure. I'm also gonna roll something else as well.
Go for it. But with a 13, you can definitely hear hushed voices coming from behind the screen. You can also see a vague shape. You can't tell what the shape is. The light of the morning is, I don't know, maybe you've got sleepy eyes, or maybe you're just not awake enough to deal with this yet. But you can't tell what the shape is behind the screen.
I think she has a few good guesses, which is why that was the stuff she's turning around and walking back to the kitchen.
Was that stealth, did you say?
Yeah.
Gosh. Can they beat that with their perception? I don't. I think they've only got a +2, but again, before recording, my computer essentially just decided to not work. So I'm gonna have to guess their perception. I think it's a +2.
Uh,
2020. You don't notice, you hear the voices, you kind of drift off as you walk back into the kitchen. Um, I presume she's getting herself a coffee or something, right?
uh, she certainly is. I probably another cup of tea. It's not quite as drastic as coffee yet, but she's just she walked in there, went nope, not dealing with that yet, and went back to the kitchen.
It's not escalated to a coffee situation yet.
No.
Well, you come back down, and I would. Are you gonna like lean? I imagine that Crystal would lean in the entryway of the kitchen and just drink her coffee whilst watching this screen. I don't know what would she do? Like, is she watching from the entryway? Is she sitting on the couch?
Yeah, I think she went back to the kitchen, poured herself another cup of tea, and she's sort of like peering past the doorway, trying to like stay mostly out of sight, but keep an eye on it anyway, as she's like drinking her tea and being like, do I wanna intervene? Am I ready for this? It's too early for this.
Well, it takes a little bit, like 5 minutes or so, before you hear the hushed whisperings kind of just stop. And then, much like you probably suspected, you see three heads pop around the corner, one with shaggy head, one with a mohawk, and the other with just two strings of feathers popping back. They peek around the corner and they look around, and then they see you drinking your cup of tea, and they all brighten up. And Eenie, Money, Mo step from behind the screen, and they say, "Crystal, hi, 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 hi! Oh, right, you're up already. Oh, that's fantastic. We can get started immediately. Yes, the sooner we get this done, the sooner you can get on with your day." And they seem to be trying to bustle you over towards the screen.
I feel like I should roll something for this.
Put a roll strength save.
Sure, that sounds like fun.
What's your strength, lads? I think I know what it is.
I know what Crystal's strength save is.
Come on, Crystal. Show me what you got. Nat one.
Ah, that's a nat 1 -2. That's a -1.
You. It's too early. You don't have enough caffeine in you to resist, Crystal. You just get shuffled along. It's like your back. It's like you put the weight on your heels and they're just pushing you through your back, just behind this curtain.
Uh, I
They don't.
I feel like there's gotta be like something extra for that nat 1. Like it's not just because if she'd failed normally failed the strength save, I'd say the pushing in the heels and just getting pushed along anyway would work. But that's a nat 1.
Is a nat one. Would they like try and gently nudge her and she just goes zooms like no clips through? I know she's not like a no clipping kind of two, but would she just go and end up behind the screen and probably like bonk her head on something?
Yeah, honestly, probably they expect resistance because they know her, and she just goes.
Yes. And she just kind of bonks her head on like a bookshelf or something.
Yeah, yeah, just like it's just this like sigh as I think her glasses probably fall off and she's gotta pick them up again.
Okay, I just rolled an intelligence check to see if they realise what the hell they've done. All three of them kind of look to each other and blink, and then you hear Eenie say, "Well, at least she's eager. Yes, I think she's. I think she's on board. Let's all right. Let's get this sorted." And they're gonna head over behind the screen where Crystal has ended up, bonked head and all. They're not gonna notice the bonk. They're just gonna stand before you, very tall, very prideful, and they're gonna just say, "Well, Crystal, I know it's quite early, and maybe it's not something you want to do first thing in the morning, but you seem rather eager to get this over with as soon as we are. So, let's get this started then." And
I love.
can you roll?
She hasn't even had a chance yet to ask what on earth they're doing.
They're not gonna give her a chance.
Yep.
Do you want to roll me an athletics or acrobatics or strength save?
Okay. Okay, one of these things is much better than the others, and I'm trying to decide if I want to take that or not.
Well, they're going to try and grapple you. So,
For
whatever you
reference,
decide.
her acrobatics is a +3, and her athletics is a -2.
Ah, I want to go with acrobatics then.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go with
Okay.
acrobatics for now. Ah! 7.
Ah,
Nope, the caffeine hasn't kicked in
oh,
yet.
not quite yet. But I will say, as you're kind of grabbed, and it's weird. We kind of shift the camera back in front of the screen, so you can't see what's going on. Eenie, Money, Mo, and Crystal behind the screen, but you do see a kind of like dust cloud come up, and you see like clothes come flinging out. Some of them aren't even crystals, and then you see more clothes like going in. You don't know where the hell they're coming from, but it's just like a kind of transition screen before Eenie, Money, and Mo step away outside the back of the screen, and they kind of put one of their clawed feet on the top of the screen, and they yell over the side, "All right, Crystal, on the count of three, we're going to drop it, all right? So, 1, 2, 3!" And they slam the screen down onto the floor. And Crystal, do you want to roll me a perception?
Oh, joy, yep, I could do that.
18.
Yeah.
Well, you immediately notice you feel weird. You feel very, very weird. You are no longer in your comfy pajamas or the clothes that you changed into before. Um, I mean, you didn't notice earlier either, but maybe it's because you were too tired, or maybe it's because, oh, wait, hang on, that has a big old piece of like curtain or fabric covering it. But there is a full length mirror in front of you. Um, and as you look at yourself, you realize, oh, wait, what the hell are you wearing? Because at the moment, you are currently wearing like a denim jacket with cut off sleeves, so it's just kind of like a weird vest. You've got denim fingerless gloves. Like you've got denim shorts, they've got rips in them. Did they used to be jeans? What? And then you've got like weird fishnet tights. And are those? I mean, these are boots, yeah, but they're like tall black leather boots that stop at your knee. And oh my gosh, have they put an ascot on you? Is that like a red ascot they put on you? What have they done with your hair? You look back at your hair and it's, oh gosh, they've, what have they done to your hair? Have they put gel in it? Why does it look like this? Why does it flick like that? That's weird. What the hell?
Oh god, I just oh, okay. Hold on. I mean, it's a good save, like a good modifier for a save, but I feel like I still need to roll it.
Um,
She's not having a brain malfunction of what the hell did you do? But but so she's sort of figured out fast enough what's going on. It's just this no. No, 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 we're not doing this morning. You might want to stop her from walking away to her bedroom.
They kind of like reach one long leg out, like, and just they pin it against the wall as she's going over. Did you want to roll a dex save so you don't get like limboed the fuck out onto the floor?
Sure, this is just Crystal's day of saves.
This is the day I make Candle roll many things because I want to make Crystal have a bad morning.
Well,
It's a dirty 20 though.
yeah, she doesn't get knocked out. There is probably just a like jump back and just like a glare.
Anybody mo they're all looking at you with looks of confusion on their face like, well, I mean, I know you're probably like, we want to get this over with as soon as you do, but we just need to try a few things because, I mean, I don't know if you know this, but they kind of gesture towards your bedroom, specific, which you look over to, and they say, I don't know if you know this, but your clothing choices? You seem to, be running a little bit low. Not that we know anything about that, of course. But it seems like, well, you've kind of got one set of one type of one kind of clothing, and that's not a healthy mindset to have. You need to have different kinds of clothes for different kinds of occasions. Yeah, like different kinds of hairstyles and Mo gestures at the other two of different kinds of people, different kinds of occasions. It's very very important that you know how to dress, when to dress, and who to dress for. And quite frankly, the amount of like, I mean, it's cozy and it's smart, which you are both of these things to a degree. But I think we need to spice your wardrobe up a little bit. And we've only got like a few more. We do actually need only a few more. How many more have we got, lads? Three, I think. You've only got three more. Try those on. If you don't like them, well then you don't have to wear them. But you need to you need to broaden yourself out a little bit. Come on, girl. And I'm gonna roll persuasion.
Oh, okay. I just the glare you were getting would peel paint, but that was a 4 intimidation.
Oh my gosh. And they gave a 10. They gave a 10. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give them Bardic Inspiration because that was a hell of a speech, and I'm going to add a d6 to that. They only got a 10. Gosh, what is your inspiration, lads? Yep, it's an e6. Right, let's add that on. Watch me get a 1. Oh, it's a 14. There's a
14.
14 on the persuasion roll.
There's just the like, oh, she really doesn't want to do this, but also, God, she doesn't have a choice, does she? It's just this, just this, like you get the death glare for a little while longer, and then just, fine.
It's the spirit, and the leg just pops back onto the floor. You also hear kind of under their breath, Miney breathes out. Also, just as a thank you, we'll make you we'll make you another cup of tea. Well, Eenie will make you another cup of tea. I am very good at cups of tea, and I'll make breakfast, and Mo will. And then look over at Mo, who's just looking there, smiling. I'll keep you company. I'm pretty good company. Mo smiles, completely oblivious, as they turn back around and gesture towards the full length mirror again and say, well, take a look at yourself. What do you think?
Mm. um, I'm just trying to think of what to say. I think she's still caught up on the I've already had breakfast, but like didn't get to say that. And then all of a sudden, I think that she's just been spun back towards the mirror and just like, that's a lot of denim.
Is it though? I told you it'd be too much. I'm telling you, it was too much denim. Yeah, I mean, it's all well and good for having it as armour and stuff. It's not armour, it's just clothes. Well, yeah, but I mean, you might as well give a high because the way that thing moves is a little bit, hard to move in, innit? Denim is used in moderation, and denim on denim is a classic no-no. and these two continue to argue. Whilst Mo and Eenie are continuing to argue, Marnie just kind of squints at you, Crystal, and say, "So it's too much denim then. Do you like the gloves though? Like, I think those are pretty nifty. You know, keeps your hands warm at least."
Yeah, actually, she pauses, opens her mouth, um, and then closes it again, and then they're alright.
You don't have to roll insight. You see a beaming grin on Marnie's face, and he's just his somehow the mohawk sticks out even more. It kind of reminds you of like a kind of reminds you of like a cockerel in the morning, as he sticks his head up and says, "All right, well at least you're keeping the gloves. It's a good news, fellas. All right, so too much denim on this one, but she's keeping the gloves. Well, I mean, denim gloves are quite fashionable, especially ripped. And I have to admit, usually it's ripped jeans for denim that you should go with, not shorts." Mo kind of looks at the lady. Yeah, I don't know if the fishnets go so well with that. All right, fine. Let's get to the next one. All right, so we've got our next outfit. If you want, head round the screen again, we'll toss it over.
She is very grateful that this time she can dress herself.
Yes. Well, they've actually gotten her agreement this time.
Begrudgingly, yep. You really think she would learn one of these days just to, like, for her own sake, agree to these things more easily, but it's the principle of the matter.
You think Crystal knows how to go with the flow? She's so far away to getting to that point. If she ever
Crystal,
does.
Crystal and Go with the Flow are opposites, honestly.
Immovable force meets unstoppable object.
Yep, yep. Anyway, yeah, she goes
But
behind the screen.
cool. You hear them kind of muttering to themselves, I presume, as you get changed. And they say, "All right, so this next one is designed mostly for comfort." Yeah, we thought, you have a lot of like fancy clothes and sweet, nice clothes and things that make you look like a right specky. Like, don't say that. I mean, yeah, you do look like a nerd, but like a smart nerd, not like a nerd, you know. So we thought, we'd try these, make you look a little more cozy, rather than nerdy. And they just toss over something up on the top.
You get a gee thanks.
You're welcome.
Sarcasm, yep. Definitely doesn't get sarcasm. That was Crystal's fault for trying.
What did you expect, woman?
Yeah. Anyway, so yep, she will. Should I roll anything to try and put the outfit on, or?
I mean, that's up to you if you want to, but I won't make you.
Uh, um. Nah, I don't think I will. I think that she's probably fine putting on clothes. Hopefully.
Would Crystal need to roll to put on clothes?
I don't
I would
think
hope she
so.
wouldn't.
I don't think
It
so.
depends what they throw her.
Yeah, pretty
To be fair, it
much.
does depend what they throw her. I will say this is a very simple outfit, so it is literally just throw them on.
Yeah, okay, in
Um,
that case, then probably no need.
oh, they knocked down the screen. So I'm just gonna roll a quick intelligence here. Do you guys remember that you should probably not? No, no, you don't. That
Um,
is a nat one with a -1 modifier. That's a 0 on their intelligence. They have knocked down the screen, and they're just looking at you as you start to try and get changed. Like
I,
they're just not looking. They're just blinking.
I forgot about the screen. I don't think Crystal would have. I think she would have started, stopped, and gone, uh, can I have some privacy, please?
Privacy. What do you need privacy for? Yeah, we just want to see how it looks, and they just start sort of bouncing on the toes of their claws, just looking like. Yes, as soon as we get this over with, as soon as it's done. I mean, I don't understand why you need privacy for. It's just, get going. They're just smiling at you.
she's
Not a
just,
thought in their head.
she's like, I think she's gonna gesture to the screen. Like, don't, Okay, she's gonna try a different tact this time. Don't you want to see? Don't you want it to be a surprise what it looks like?
They start to open their mouths, and then you hear like a click, click, click. They turn their heads to the side and look at each other like. I mean, sometimes, you know what? That's Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. Yes, of course. I mean, you must have picked it up from us. That's probably partially our fault. I mean, there need to be, give a good presentation and have a good, show of it. It's a good attitude to have. That's a very good attitude to have. You know what? And they just go over. They tip the screen up, no problem, and it lands back on your floor. Thunk, and they just do it and say, "All right, if you want to make a grand show of it, then go ahead. Step yourself behind the screen, get changed, and then we'll do the grand reveal." And as they do that, they just have like a one crawl up with a shiver shake of a hand.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So now she gets changed. And God, part of me really wants to roll performance when she steps out, but I really
Do it.
don't think she's into this.
Do it.
You know what? Maybe I'll roll it at disadvantage because she doesn't want to be doing this.
You just hear it from behind the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, folks of other genders or non-genders at all, would you like to make way down the runway for the one, the only, Crystal Everlight? And they just poof, slam down the screen, and Crystal, you are standing there in your well, no, not even baggy jeans, baggy sweatpants. They are very loose. They have given you a set of trainers. Like they have told you specifically. There was a note on them that said, "Leave these untied. It will make you look cooler." And then
She has not left them untied. I am just telling you that right now.
I know this, and I love her. And then we trail up, and she's wearing a. Oh, give me just a moment. I'm very.
Hello, wonderful audience. How are you doing? Fashion time. Yep, with the most unwilling participant.
Sorry about that. I had someone come in.
No,
Right.
you're
So,
good. You're good.
yeah, you have your baggy sweatpants on. You've got your bright white sneakers. They have like little stripes down the side of them, in like light blue and dark blue on each shoe. And then you go up to your to the top half, and you're just wearing like a nice loose t-shirt. It's baby blue, and it has like little panels of different colors of blue on it. It's kind of cute, but it's also like it's a t-shirt. But then you get to the hoodie, and the hoodie is huge. Like the hoodie isn't fitted to you. The hoodie goes to the back of your knees. It is a very big hoodie. If you put the hood up, it would go over until it covers like your nose. You would only be able to see like the shadow of your mouth with this thing. The ends of the hoodie, it, you cannot. You've probably tried to push these up and roll these up down your arms, but it just sags over your hands. You've got like little mitten soft hands now. You can't. It's big. It's a very big hoodie. Um, and they're all looking at you, and Mo speaks up like, "Oh, we thought we'd try to emphasise comfort instead of, it's fashionable to be comfortable, and comfortable in being fashionable outside and showing people you just don't care, you know? And typically, you don't tend to care what people think of you, so if you go out looking like you don't care, then people will assume you don't care, and they will treat you with the confidence and respect that you deserve." And they stand there looking very proud of themselves.
Yeah, I will just say, so that was an 11th on performance. So I think that's like it's average. So I think what it is and I don't know how much of this they get, but I think there is a little bit of what's the term, like evidence of the fact that she probably does come from a family who's used to performing, in that she sort of knows the right poses to strike and stuff, but there is very
Mhm.
little enthusiasm behind it.
It's just like the pose is good, but you look up at her face and it's just blank. It's just nothing.
Yeah, pretty much. Like there's also just an element of sarcasm in the way that she throws her hands out in the ta-da.
They do not notice. They think this is fantastic. And all three of them look at you and as if to say, well, what do you think? Do you like any bits of it? Or, what you feeling? What you feeling?
Um, okay, she's starting to take this a little bit more seriously, so she's gonna look the outfit over, and the the shoes are good. Practical. If I'm doing more outside, they're probably a better fit for that. The pants and the top are fine. Comfortable. Not my usual style, but they're fine. The hoodie the hoodie is very large. I impractically so. I Yes, I know comfort was the aim, but I can't use my hands, and I need them for most of the things I like to do.
Mm. They tilt their heads and they consider this. And do you want to roll me a quick insight?
Sure.
Because there is one. You might get a little insight as to why. So 6. You don't know what they're thinking.
I
But
I
they
the
do seem to
I the
be.
player, I think I know where you were going with that, but
Do you want to tell me what you think?
uh well, Eenie, Miney, and Mo don't have hands.
Exactly. They don't have arms. They don't have hands. They don't understand the need for that. They've got 3 heads and 2 legs. What more do you need?
Crystal
However,
Hammer
they
gets
will.
none of that.
No, she does not. They will kind of squint at your arms, Crystal, and go, hmm. Well, all right, that kind of makes sense. I mean, it's all comfortable, but if it's going to be too impractical, well, how about we try this? And they're just gonna try and, like, I'm gonna roll sleight of hand to see if they can get this off of you. Um, an 11. I guess Crystal probably doesn't know what they're doing, so tries to fight them a little at first.
Yeah, pretty
Um,
much.
but eventually you get two heads pulling at the sleeves and then one head pulling on the hood, and they eventually just tug that all off. And then it takes a bit of fiddling and fumbling, but eventually they duck around Crystal's waist and they just like tie it in a brief knot around her waist. So that one half of the or probably on her left side. It covers her left leg completely, like all the way round. And they step back and they're like, well, I mean, it's a little more practical now, especially, if you want to keep something hidden on that side, it's baggy enough to keep something hidden, like a dagger or a weapon or a book, I suppose, or a book bag, if you want to keep something hidden under there, it's a pretty decent way to do it. And also, if it gets wet outside, you can just have something to put on when you need it.
There'd been a moment of, like, why are you doing this is completely impractical, it serves no purpose, and then there's just a, huh. I mean, yes, hammer spaces exists, that kind of defeats the purpose of that, but. Mm,
Yeah, but sometimes you can't get it to your hammer space in time. Sometimes you're in a bit of a rush. Sometimes you're being chased by a pack of gnolls. And you don't have the time to put it in your hammer space because if you drop it out of your mouth, you're going to fall into the swamp below. And honestly, nobody wants to fall into a swamp, especially if you're running at max speed and you've got a pack of gnolls. And also the froggerbites. Oh yeah, the froggerbites are a pain in the butt. But anyway, it's just in case you can't do that. In a rush, you need to get something done. And
God,
do you?
the expression on her face right now is the hang on, what?
Don't worry about it, it's fine. You don't know what they've been up to when they're not here.
I don't think she wants to know what they've been up to when she's not here. This is just like a no, no. I'm gonna just let that go for peace of mind sort of expression that's just like yeah, I think she's right. Suppose next one?
Yeah, all right then. Do you want the screen back up again? Because if you want, we can tip it back up. If you want.
Yes, that would be appreciated, thank you.
All right. Nod their heads, go back over, and they tilt it back up. They gesture over towards it and say, "Well, second to last one, really, sort of. The second to last one's coming up, so if you just head around and we'll drop it over."
Yep, she does so.
Cool. Now I am gonna ask you. You're gonna have to roll something for this one because of keeping you. Let's see.
Sleight of hand or
roll.
something?
A sleight of hand or a dex save or a dex check even.
Alright, interesting. Okay, they're the same modifier, so I don't think it really matters.
Yeah. Oof. Okay.
Oh, that's a 9.
You take three piercing damage. For whatever the hell
good.
you've just touched. I just imagine it's like you poke it and you go, ow! And you just have to like stick your finger in your mouth really quickly because ow, that was really sharp. Before
Hey,
you finish up.
hey, what
Yeah.
what kind of object was it that pierced her?
It's just is. Oh right, you're right. It was a stud. It was a metal stud. God, I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
That's
And
fair.
anyone even don't know about that.
Yep, exactly. So I just think there's a moment of that sort of like stinging and just like okay. All right. I think she actually takes 6 points of damage from it.
No, darling, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Crystal. Does she make any noise or anything from this?
Um uh I think she would have made one of those sort of like kind of noises.
Okay. Okay. Uh, the minute you make that noise, you see a tall shadow get cast across for you from the side of the screen, and you see a clawed foot reach over the top, and you hear all three of them say, "Crystal, are you alright?" "Oh God, you haven't strangled yourself for a ribbon or something, are you? We're coming in!" And they're just slowly dipping the screen down. Because, hello? What injured you?
Uh I'm okay. Just was sharper than I was expecting. I I
Right,
don't
so
I don't think this outfit is going to work. I'm sorry.
Uh, hmm. They're gonna pause for a second. I'm just gonna roll a quick insight here. 14. They're gonna kind of gonna see the shadows of three heads cocked to the side. Um, the claw's gonna pause, and they're gonna hear, all right. If it's not gonna work, then it's fine. But do you mind telling us what exactly is up with it? Yeah, is it too tight? Is it doesn't fit well, or is it, is that, are you allergic? Are you allergic to something? I didn't think she was allergic to leather. I didn't think you could be allergic to leather. Some people are allergic to cows. Yeah, but cows are cows. Cows aren't leather.
It's
Oh, I have something to tell you.
uh, okay. Um, oh, that caught me off guard. Oh, there definitely is a snort from her as that definitely got a laugh out of her before she's like, well, it's not the leather, but I suppose allergy is a not a bad term. And I'm assuming this is a jacket or something that she can sort of hold
Um,
out.
I will say, for the sake of people listening, yeah, it is a jacket. It is a thick leather jacket. It has shoulder spikes and studs all along, all along. The back has rhinestones on it, like blue and pink rhinestones, some with like specks of brown, but it's in the shape of a diamond, with black of the black cross going across each line, not from corner to corner, but from like line to line. It looks sick as hell. I'm just gonna say that it looks sick as hell. And there are also you've also got like steel toe cap boots with rhinestones on the outside of that as well. Those lace up. You've got
She might keep those actually.
nice. Um, After she plucks out all the rhinestones. But yeah, you could just got like long striped socks in blue and black, and then tights underneath that, and then just like a short skirt, like a level four leather skirt. Actually, you can roll a nature if you want on this skirt.
Sure, sure. Ah, that's something I've never rolled before. What's your nature, dear? Oh, okay.
Hmm. What's your nature, Crystal? Huh, you have no idea what the hell this thing is. It feels leathery, and as you run your hands over it, it's kind of bumpy. It's some kind of scale, maybe? But other than that, you ain't got a clue. Um, they're just gonna call over. So what exactly are you allergic to? Because if we know what it is, then we know what not to get you next time. Shh, don't say there's gonna be a next time. Sure, go for it next time. Hello. Hello. Yes, but anyhow, what are you allergic to?
uh, the iron, and she will gesture to the shoulder pads.
Cool, I'm gonna roll a history check. Would that be a history check to see if they can remember what is allergic to iron? Or would you say that's something else?
Oh, I think history check is fine. I think like a straight intelligence, maybe an arcana, but I don't know if that's gonna help them out. So yeah, I
I
think
mean,
history is
it's
fine.
either a +1 or a -1 for them. So that's an 18. Damn.
That's
I guess
definitely enough.
they've been on enough adventures and trials and tribulations to know that, huh, that's a fae thing. Okay, all right. And they just nod their heads and they're like, ah, right, okay, so these let's say it's a fairy thing, isn't it? I think it's fae. Oh, I just thought they were like, pixies. No, that's different kinds. Are you sure? I thought like fairies were fairies. No, that's pixies. No, they're fae. What are you talking about? And they just mudge themselves. They're gonna mudge themselves unless you do something about it, Crystal.
There's a bit of a blink of a oh, I like oh I wasn't expecting that, but maybe I mean you do travel a lot, so maybe maybe that's my fault, but like that's more of just her expression, and yes, it's Faye. I'm half Faye, so no no iron.
Are they? Oh, for what?
No, as in my mother was Fae, and my father was not, so I am only half.
Ah, I don't understand. She said half a. She said half A, not half A. No, I definitely heard half A too. You two are. Use your ears for next time. And you just hear like a dunk, dunk, ow, ow. As Eenie pokes each of them in the head. And then you'll see the claw that has just still been on the top of the screen let go, reach over and make a like give me motion with the hand, say, well, hand it over, and if that doesn't work out, then we've got one last thing for you. But we're gonna ask you, could you close your eyes for us while we hand it over?
I think she will pass the jacket along, no problem. I think she wants to make sure that the screen is up before she closes her eyes. And there's this little, like, alright kind of look, and she's like, yeah, okay, I I guess I can do that. Can you put the screen up first?
Yeah, no, that's fine. But we do have to ask actually. If you've got like, if you've got like any like a thin shirt or like thin trousers or something underneath, would you mind popping those on? Because we probably need to help you actually put this one on at least like just for the first time around, just to make sure it fits properly. And, you know, we really don't want this one tearing up.
Um, right. Give me a moment. And I think she's going to probably head to her room and then just, make sure she's got some like comfortable undergarments on to come back.
Um, Neat. Whilst you're doing that, Eenie, Money, Mo are going to go to the kitchen and make themselves, they're going to make themselves and you a cup of tea. Um, and you're going to hear from the kitchen, Crystal, why is the tile in the wall? I thought they were supposed to be in the floor. And they're just kind of, you get the impression, oh no, they're probably poking at that thing, unless you get out there real quick.
Okay, yep. It's just well, it's my house.
Yeah, that's my tile. I want to know why it's on the wall. For those who don't have reference, we had a game where basically we redecorated literally all of Crystal's apartment, and each of them had their own style, and Miney decided that a fluorescent yellow tile was the way to go in decorating. She didn't keep that, but she said he could keep one tile,
Okay,
and then she
okay.
put it in the kitchen wall.
Yeah, it's a secret cupboard that they don't know about.
Yes, it's got secret snacks and bits in there that she doesn't trust any money or Mo to deal with.
That's a 17 on persuasion, so she comes out and is like, well, I thought it would be better to put it on the wall than the floor so people could see it easier.
As you say that, you just see Money kind of like preen even more than he did before. It's like, yeah, you know what? That makes you know what? You make a very good point. As one foot is stirring the tea and the other foot comes up and snaps and points at you. Don't worry about how they're standing. It's fine. And you see the leg drop back down to the floor. And Mo says, I mean, not gonna judge. I mean, at least it's like under a cupboard. Yeah, at least it's like under the cupboards in the shadows, so it takes a little bit of squinting to see. Why are you dissing my tile for? I think it looks wonderful. Look, it's a bit of sunshine yellow in the kitchen. There's sunshine yellow, and then there's whatever that particular colour is. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful colour, and I think Crystal's done a bloody good job in putting its placement. And they're just going to continue to natter each other as they carry in the tea. Enie's going to hand you a cup, Crystal, and they're just going to head over to the screen and gesture inside and say, well, if you want to pop around there, but do us a favour. Please keep your eyes shut, and we'll be around and we'll help you fit into it, alright?
Okay, yeah, right. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, she's
Right, let's
shut
do
her
it.
eyes.
Okay then. I presume Crystal was going to cooperate then.
Yeah, she is. You can roll an insight on her if you'd like.
Will do. Your insight. I think it's a +4. Is it a +4? No, it's a +2. Of course, it's a +2. I love these bad stats. That's a
Oh
21.
wow.
Cool.
Okay. You get she's a little bit nervous about this. She doesn't hand over trust very easily. Um, so like you you've probably known her like long enough that like you know that she doesn't hand over trust very easily, but it's not just you. It's not that she doesn't. I mean, there's a little bit that she's not sure about you because you're unpredictable and all of that, but also this is kind of in some ways a bit of the opposite as well, in that she is actively placing her trust in you to like not make her a fool of herself, but that she is also feeling a little bit uncomfortable with this like actively placing trust in someone else.
Oh, sweetie. Well, as they see that she is clearly struggling with that, Crystal, you're gonna feel like two very gentle heads rest on your shoulder, and then one head rest on yours, and you're just gonna hear a very quiet. Crystal, I know we're asking, it's a little weird, I think. I think it's weird. We've never really dressed anyone before. That's not exactly inspiring confidence, no. Shut up, it's not what we go around dressing people up. Yeah, usually we only, do that with ourselves, but anyway, yeah,
Thank
it's.
thank you. That makes me feel a lot better to know that you don't just randomly do this to people on the street.
Of course not. I mean, not everyone suits our fashion style, not everyone needs our help, and quite frankly, not everyone deserves our fashion expertise. Well, my fashion expertise, these two don't know a nippet from a basket. I think we did pretty well, the denim at least. Oh, would you shut it? And all three of them are just going to shuffle on their heads, on your head, on your shoulders, and they're going to continue saying, "Look, we appreciate, it's kind of hard to just close your eyes and trust. Well, just trust is hard. Trust is real hard and scary to give, and we are going to be very careful, and just leave it to us. We handle it, all right? We can handle this." And you just get like a dunk, 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 one on each shoulder and on the top of your head. And you can roll me a perception if you want.
Sure, I will do that.
Oh, it's a dirty 20. Oh, hi, Crystal. You don't notice. Do not notice. Okay, then. Okay, cool. If that is the case, then let me just get something up. Give me a moment. Um, where are we at? Okay. Okay, so, Crystal, you keep your eyes shut as you feel something kind of firstly go over your head, and then you feel two arms kind of. Well, you feel something like push underneath your forearms, and you hear Miney go, "All right, arms up, just real quick. Just gonna slide this on real quickly for you."
Yeah, she's following the instructions. Um,
Okay.
pretty good at that.
Okay. Well, as it goes on, it feels very smooth and very cool as it goes over your head, down your arms, and then you feel kind of a weight drift down your back very briefly before it settles. And then you feel it drift down your legs. It feels like there's layers there. Um, but it's very cool to touch, but not cold. And it's surprisingly soft. Um, and almost silky.
Mm.
And you feel Eenie, Money, and Mo step away, and they say, "Just could you keep your eyes shut for just a little longer?" And we're just gonna get the mirror because this is it's. I really hope you like this one. And they're gonna gently like start to push you. Are you gonna let them guide you?
Yeah. There's it's like she does reach out a hand first. I think you get a little bit of resistance before she kind of reaches out a hand to find like um the the side of them to basically get a handhold on before like she will let them push her, just that like I need something, but then she's like, yeah, okay, and we'll let them sort of lead her forward.
Okay. Well, you feel underneath your hand what you now recognise as Mo's shaggy head, very soft, as they guide you forward. And as you step out, you get taken through through like the artificial light of your house, and it feels like you get taken somewhere warm, or at least warmer. It's like going from like a shadowy spot of your room to a warmer spot. And you hear like a noise as they start to move the mirror, presumably in front of you.
Oh my
Um,
god, do they have a spotlight or something?
I'll tell you in a second. Um, but they move that mirror in front of you, and then they stop just a second, and then oh, and then let's roll this. So that was a 5, so that was an 11. You feel something tug at your hair for a second, and at first it takes a while. It feels like they're just kind of like playing around with your hair. You don't know what they're doing. But actually, you know what? I'm going to roll that with advantage because they would know what they're doing with this. That's better.
Hell
At
yeah,
first, it
that's
feels
what we
like you
want to
don't know.
see.
At first, it feels like you don't know what's going on, and then it sort of like, oh, you feel your hair getting kind of pulled back into something. I don't know. It feels like they're plaiting your hair or something, but you can't quite you can't quite tell. Um,
Hmm.
Before you feel their presence step away from your back. Again, you're standing somewhere warm. You think the mirror's in front of you, and then you hear coming from your right. Okay, if you want, you can open up your eyes now and tell us what you think.
Alright, yep, she opens her eyes. Should I roll a perception or.
You don't have to roll perception for this because as you open your eyes, you're standing in front of your window next to where your keyboard is. Um, the light of the morning is shining through, and Crystal, you are wearing. Give me a moment, it's coming through. You're wearing this.
Oh, wow.
You are wearing. You know that blue gown that you got in that chest that they found a while back. Um,
Hmm.
it seems like they've taken that gown and it's not. It's not. It's not to say it's been revamped, but it looks like all the stitching on it has been not redone but accentuated, added. Um, the all going down. It's a full length like dress essentially. You have a tiered skirt that gets slightly more transparent, slightly more see through as it gets down. It's all in shades of blue. It's a darker blue at the top, and it fades out to lighter shades of blue as it goes down. Um, it's Next thing you notice is that it's very snug around your neck. It's like not cloying, not tight, but snug and warm and kind of safe, protected. Um, Before it dives down into a very beautiful twining not embossed, embedded vine ruins shaped going down the length of your forearms and your and your bicep as well. It seems to be a spiral pattern. Admittedly, in this one I sent to you, it's black, but it is actually supposed to be a darker blue. So it's almost can't see it as it tapers out to the ends of the wrist cuffs. But the most striking part of this piece, if you're to turn around, you realise why it was so heavy on your back. Because you turn around and you blink because for a second you think they've added a literal waterfall into your back as you turn around. As you do, it seems you have some kind of tape of some sort from the back, and as you move and swish, you can see that the fabric that makes this up is the fabric that makes this up is just swaying and drifting and flowing like a waterfall or like a whitewater rapid, or it shimmers like a sea in the morning light. It's beautiful, and it's I don't know, man. I'm having a hard time describing this with words.
No, you're doing
Um,
fantastic. It's like honestly, it's a. I don't think I could do better. So like you're doing amazing.
I'll also say, as you turn around, you can even hear the sounds of rushing water as you turn around. You can almost smell it. Um, with it changes from like seawater to fresh water, but you can always hear that slight rush of water as you shift your shoulders from side to side. You can hear the slight swish of water, of a stream flowing through. And as it gets down towards the back, just a very faint rumble. You can roll me a perception if you want.
Yeah, I might just do that to see if I get anything else.
A tiny thing.
No, that's a 9.
That's a nine. You don't see it, but that's okay because Eenie, Miney, and Mo are standing next to you, and it wasn't a spotlight that was shone on you. It was just the light from the morning sun coming through your window, um, shining on your keyboard, and then shining on you. And Eenie, Miney, Mo are oddly quiet, standing to the side. Oh, I did forget to mention. They have you didn't have this before, but it seems your hair's been done in a simple plait going down your back. Um, and they seem to have woven in a blue ribbon, the same shade as the cape going down your back. And they look at you and they say, "Well, like this one? Because it's a pretty nifty dress, and it seemed rather a shame to let something this old just sit and get mothballs. So we took it to Talaya, was it? Was it Talaya? I think it was Talaya. Yeah, she is someone that works for a studio or something. We don't really know what it is actually all about. She says it's like
Gonna roll history.
movies or something. Go ahead. Yeah, although the fella she works for, some like DJ. I don't know what DJ is. I don't know what that is, but they had a beautiful head of hair. They had the most fantastic head of hair we've ever seen. And they just gaze longingly out of the window.
Uh, okay. Um, she doesn't recognize the name. Well, maybe the name Talia sounds oddly familiar, but she can't place it. But she definitely gets the DJ part. She's like, there's a okay. Where do I start with this? Cause like you wouldn't even have had to have rolled insight. Like her expression was just floored. Wow, like I recognize this dress. I know where it is. Like you did this. This is like it looks really good, and I don't know how to feel because it's on me. um, and just like very touched and and yeah, kind of still floored. But when you mention DJ, there is a blink and some recognition. And you mean DJ moves?
Yes, that's the fellow. I think. I mean, we didn't actually meet the guy themselves. Talaya was kind of pretending to be him, which was incredibly spooky. And you see a shiver go up around them. But yes, apparently she works for them, him. I think it's a him, he, they, or I don't know. It's probably either way. They had a really amazing peck of hair. Let me tell you that they were fantastic, beautiful hair. They also seem to work with movies, but that's kind of and they just shrug.
Eh, yes, movies and songs. My sister has all of his CDs.
Oh, that's picking great. And they just sort of perk up very excitedly. Oh, we didn't know he was like a bard and stuff. Is he a bard? I mean, you don't have to be a bard, but it's you could just be a music maker without being a bard. I know, but if this fella's a bard, then we might have to drop by and poke him a little bit and see what's going on with that. I'm not too sure if we can, but all right. And they all just sort of look at each other.
I I think Crystal is sort of like she did sort of take that in, but she's also not because she's still sort of staring at the dress and like turning this way and that to see the back of it and like yeah, she's just still wow. Um and but so she's like kind of ignoring them a little bit to and she's like hands running lightly along the edge of the material and the skirt and the cloak as she's just yeah checking the whole thing out.
Um, they're just kind of sitting next to her. Well, not sitting, they're crouching. So they're eye level with her. And they're just kind of, one of them very, very gently nudges her on the shoulder and says, well, what do you think? I mean, if it doesn't fit properly or if it feels like itchy or weird anyway, we could take it back to Leia. So we could take it back and we can make some adjustments, or we could bring it to Leia and then we can make the adjustments on the spot. So there's no backwards and forwards too much. Yeah, going backwards and forwards too much can be kind of annoying, and we know that you need to work on occasion, so we don't want to take you away from that all the time. But if you, I don't know, do you like it?
Uh, uh, no, no, the fit is fine. It's and she's like moving her arms and stuff is like it's actually really good fit. I'm not going to ask how you got my measurements. But the dress is lovely. It's I you really didn't have to I thank you.
Uh, okay, I'm gonna apply that there then. Um, So they rolled that a nat 20 in deception earlier. So they're definitely holding back any sort of emotion here. They're cool as a cucumber, confident as all hell. As they stare down and you say, well, first of all, it's a piece of clothing is a piece of clothing. Anyone can wear a piece of clothing. So it's not the clothing that's the beautiful part. It's the person wearing it. And we think, that piece of clothing in particular was exactly your sort of style, and it would really, you bring out the beauty in the clothing. If that makes any sense, a piece of clothing can only do so much, depending on who wears it. But apparently, Eenie says if the right person wears the right kind of clothes, then you can really bring out the best of a person and the best of the clothing that adorns them. And secondly, I don't know why you're thanking us. It was over there, or we left that thing in a box or donated it to a museum. And they again shiver at the word museum. And that would be a crying shame for a piece of clothing like that to not go out and be worn and be treasured like a piece of clothing should be. Um, and third of all, no, you're not going to want to know how we got your measurements. Don't expect that one. It's probably best you don't know.
Yeah, the you actually get a laugh out of her, and uh like God, it's probably the brightest smile you've ever seen her like give um give you, like, or ever seen her wherever. Like, it's just because she's so serious all of the time, and even when she's like enjoying herself, there is seems to be like this like weight on her shoulders and like this seriousness to her eyes, but right now it's just not there, and her expression is just bright, and she goes, ah, well, I suppose that's fair. But yes, I love it. Thank you. I know that you said that you don't know why I'm thanking you for, but you didn't have to get it for me. And I can tell you went to a lot of trouble to make sure it fit. And I I guess I want you to know that I appreciate that.
Yeah, but tilt their heads to the side, kind of confused, and Mo's gonna lean forward and poke you in the shoulder and say, "Well, if we didn't get it for you, Crystal, then who else would we give it to? I mean, as lovely as it is, I don't think it would actually. Well." And they look down at themselves, and they look at each other, and they look at you and say, "I don't think they'd actually fit us in personally. Our feathers, at least our tail feathers," and they shake their feathers again, which are bright pink. You notice would clash rather horribly with the colour, and also the train, the cape, the cloak bit. Yeah, that'd cover up the feathers and it'd just weigh us down. So if not you, it was just gonna again. It's just gonna sit in a box. And quite frankly, I think you do need a dress, because well, you don't have anything quite like that, and you're one of our little rookies. And you should get a nice dress for when you eventually go to one of them like big function places where they give out awards and stuff. Yes, well, I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, apparently it's like a big ceremony thingy where you get called up and they tell you you're amazing and they like give you like gold and stuff. You don't have anything like that, but if that does happen, then you need a good outfit for it, and we thought this would be a good substitute for you. Not a substitute, it's just a good dress. It is just a bloody good dress.
It's just well, I will keep it in mind if I ever end up in that situation. She does not expect herself to end up in that situation, but she is humoring them right now.
I mean, they appear completely serious.
Yes, I know, and she knows, but also she's just like, I don't think I'm getting an award anytime soon. I don't see myself going to a function anytime soon, but it's a really sweet gift. I don't want to tell them that, so.
Um, Gosh, they're just gonna like step back from there and look around and say, well, I mean, we've sorted this out, and so you're gonna keep like, what were you gonna keep again? I think she wanted to keep the gloves and the sneakers, the trainers. Yeah, she wants to keep those. You didn't want anything from the leather set, did you? Yeah, no, I think that's all, no good. So maybe not nothing of that. And you want to keep this then? And they gesture again at the dress.
Yes, yes, I will keep the dress and the sneakers and the denim gloves and probably the sweatpants.
Oh, Peckin, excellent. I'm so happy to hear that you got something cozy. Oh, this is going to be great. And they're just sort of like tap, 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 tap. And they call out, all right, well, that's everything basically that we wanted to chuck at you. So choose what you like and we'll take the rest, and don't worry what we do with the best. We'll sort that out. But yeah, we'll get breakfast on, yeah? You get yourself ready and then we'll be gone and you'll get on with the rest of your day, right? And they head over to the kitchen and you hear more clattering noises coming from in there and they're going to leave you to it.
Yeah, okay. I think yeah, she's going to like go take the stuff, get changed into something more practical for the day, and come back. She still doesn't have the heart to tell them she's already had breakfast.
It's second breakfast, living that hobbit lifestyle.
Oh god. They're probably going to get up her for not eating as much, but mm.
They're gonna look at her as she comes around at their wonderful breakfast, and I don't know if she tell them no, but they'd be like, "What? Why aren't you eating, Crystal? You need to eat before you go. Crystal, you need to have at least like one bite. Come on."
That was a sleight of
Oh god.
hand. So it seems like she's eating it.
They squint. You know what? I'm gonna roll perception in turn. They kind of, they just kind of squint at you, but they don't say anything. But you can feel their eyes following you as you as you leave the room once you've finished your plate.
Like she did eat some of it, but she's already had food and she did yeah.
You will just hear like a noise, and you're gonna hear a oh, Annie, can't you at least wait till she's out of the house, mate? Yeah, come on, have some sort of self-control. This is Eenie we're talking about, Mo. Yeah, I know, but still.
Yeah.
And
You probably don't see it, but there is a sort of shake of her head, but like a little fond smile.
good. Unless there was anything else you wanted to add, I think we could probably end it there.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to leave it. Yeah, shall we say goodbye to our audience and stop the recording?
Yeah. Thank you everyone for listening. This was a beautiful time. Candle, thank you for sitting with me and letting me throw clothes at Crystal and irritate her very early in the morning.
It was
Um,
good fun.
yeah,
Good
this was
good shenanigans,
I had
soft.
fun.
No angst. It was really nice.
No angst, only a touching on the iron and the face stuff, which they now know about.
Mhm.
So it served a purpose.
Yep.
But yeah, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you, Marzi, for watching us and shouting at us.
Yeah.
And thank you for everyone in the future listening. I hope
Yeah.
you all had fun. And take care. We'll see you later.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.